Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are live here, bringing you some breaking news regarding the Kohberger case. Some information that you may have been hearing about. It's been released just recently. There has been a press release that has been issued by the city of Moscow. I've just done an episode of the Indie Zone podcast reporting this to you. However, in the 20 minutes or so that I did, it's live on Spotify right now. It'll be populating over to YouTube shortly. But in the past 15 to 20 minutes, there's been a lot of misinformation. There's been a lot of rumors, innuendo as to what this temporary restraining order is all about. I have provided a link in the description to this live so that you can read it for yourself. It is on the City of Moscow's website, and it states as follows. Headline: Moscow, Idaho, August 18th, 2025. Temporary restraining order issued for Kohberger public records release. And it reads as follows. On August 12th, 2025, the city of Moscow was served notice of a petition to the Latah County District Court for a temporary restraining order and injunction to prevent the release of additional public records related to State of Idaho versus Brian Kohberger. Latah County case CR 29222805, Ada County case CR 0124316665, and MPD case number 22M09903 on behalf of Karen Laramie, the mother of Madison Megan. Madison's name here, ladies and gentlemen, is incorrectly stated as Maddison. Nonetheless, I will continue. This action followed the recent release of redacted crime scene photos by the City of Moscow in response to a legal public records request. Next paragraph of this press release reads as follows. On August 15th, 2025, Idaho 2nd District Judge Marshall issued a temporary restraining order prohibiting the city's release of any images, audio, or video depicting the inside of Madison Megan's bedroom until a hearing on the preliminary injunction may be held. Judge Marshall found that major portions of what had been released did not constitute an unwarranted invasion of privacy. However, Judge Marshall stated that there are portions of videos and photographs in their redacted form, specifically including unreleased body cam image. This is where, ladies and gentlemen, we have been asking for one specific item, and it is a time-stamped photograph of the sheath from one of the 5 first responders. Nonetheless, let's go back to this press release again. Judge Marshall found that major portions of what had been released did not constitute an unwarranted invasion of privacy. However, Judge Marshall stated that there are portions of videos and photographs in their redacted form, specifically including unreleased body cam video, that could constitute an unwarranted invasion of privacy at this time, while the temporary restraining order only applied to Madison Megan's bedroom. The city will not provide any further releases of photographs or videos depicting the inside of any of the victims' bedrooms until the matter is fully reviewed and decided by the court. And then you see when you see a press release that has the 3 ampersand at the bottom, that means it's the end of the press release. Story contact Bill Belknap, City Administrator for the City of Moscow, 206 East 3rd Street, Moscow, Idaho, 83843. Now, what does this mean? What does it not mean? Number one, the name Megan E. Marshall should be extremely familiar to you. We had reported on the Indie Zone podcast a few months back that she, after Judge John Judge's retirement, she ascended from magistrate judge to district court judge. So she's on the level that Judge Judge was before Judge Judge's retirement from the bench. Judge Marshall also is the judicial officer when this case first started, ladies and gentlemen, back on December 29th, 2022, on the strength of Brett Payne's affidavit of probable cause, entered an order finding probable cause for the arrest of Brian C. Kohberger, and also entered an arrest warrant. That's 3 of the 4 documents that started this case on the court docket, the 4th being the criminal complaint that Bill Thompson entered on that same day. This is the same judge that we're talking about. What does this all mean? Does this mean, is this going to have any effect on what Judge Stephen J. Hippler is doing right now? No. Judge Marshall does not have jurisdiction. She can't enter, do anything to prevent Judge Hippler from doing anything. As you know, we are awaiting rulings on the Mountain of Everest. I have called it the Mount Everest of documents that remain under seal in this case. Almost 3 weeks since Mr. Kohberger was carted off from the Ada County Jail to the prison in Idaho. The case is still largely under seal, including orders that Judge Marshall signed, entering orders that evidence and other matters should be under seal. What this basically means, it's a temporary restraining order. This is not permanent. Sometimes when people feel that irreparable harm's being done, they may petition the court. This is a petition for a TRO, a temporary restraining order. And like this press release says, there needs to be a hearing. So we're going to go on the docket and try to find this paperwork. I went on the Idaho versus Kohberger docket to see if anything would be there. There wouldn't be, because jurisdiction out of Latah County was lost over the case when the case was moved. Change of venue happened in September of 2024. So basically, this is only involving the city of Moscow. There's nothing here to be said regarding, let's say, Idaho State Police. You've been hopefully watching our content recently the past few days, where we have been reporting to you what some of these records say out of the Idaho State Police. No jurisdiction over the Idaho State Police. This is simply the city of Moscow. And quite frankly, this is almost like toothpaste out of the tube, because what photographs I believe are the majority of photographs that Moscow has is the 182 photographs that first responder Snyder took very soon after he entered the property with Sergeant Gunderson accompanying him. There was a press release just about a week and a half ago that came out that a news organization had successfully obtained those 182 photographs. And those are the photographs that you first started to see, the pictures of the handprints, the picture of the backyard, of the pong table. Those are photographs from Officer Snyder of the Moscow Police Department. Those are already out. What this is preventing is any body cam footage that first responder, for example, Nunez, Warner, Snyder, Smith, and also Sergeant Gunderson, that we have been saying, show us the sheath. Show us on a time-stamped receipt, photograph or body cam image of that sheath on that bed when those 5 officers entered that room. That's going to prevent. This temporary injunction will prevent anyone who has a public records request for body cam footage from going out. Now, the good news here, from what I'm able to read, is she's saying, according to this press release, now we have not seen the moving papers. We haven't seen the petition that Karen Laramie filed. We have not seen the order that Judge Marshall has rendered, but one good fact here that I picked up right away, quote, Judge Marshall found that major portions of what had been released did not constitute an unwarranted invasion of privacy. I'm thinking that's what was raised in the petition, that this is, even though, unfortunately, Madison is not with us and hasn't been with us since November 13th of 2022, perhaps what the petition is saying is that it is an invasion of privacy in death, that these photographs and images of her may possibly be all over the internet. Temporary restraining order has been issued pending a hearing. So there is going to be a hearing in the city of Moscow in the 2nd Judicial District where the judge is going to hear argument. I'm anticipating the media may enter this fight also. So let's take a look, and we're going to wait and see if the media enters the fight and says under First Amendment that the public has a right to see this information and these documents. Don't know when this hearing is. When we find out and when we can get our hands on the petition and the court order, we will let you know. Nothing, I don't see how this could possibly in any way, shape, or form take control over what Judge Hippler is doing, because Judge Hippler has jurisdiction over the criminal case. So therefore, whatever he's doing over in Ada County regarding the 2.5 months worth of documents that he's right now considering whether they should be unsealed or not, I don't think, number one, they deal with anything from the investigation, because the earliest documents are from June 2nd, 2025. And oh, by the way, I checked the docket, haven't seen anything from the state of Idaho or the defense. Today is day 14. This is the date that their objections were due to Judge Hippler. It's possible that they might have been filed late in the day and didn't hit the docket or case summary page. But I just wanted to give you that update. My goodness, there's so many people here. Any questions that we have not covered for you? Any questions that anyone has over what this says? Again, if you want to read the press release, I have included it in the description to this live. So you can, it's the city of Moscow. You could probably find it very easily if you just, any search engine of your choice, City of Moscow, Idaho, press releases, and it's going to, bam, hit you right in the face. It's right on their homepage. Any questions from anyone regarding what this temporary restraining order / injunction is? Hi, Bianca. Glad to see you. I wonder if this has anything to do with a shot of Ethan Chapin on it. Oh, could be advised. It could be. Don't know. So did you ever think that we'd be seeing the inside of the old courthouse in Moscow, Idaho, having anything to do with the Kohberger case? Anything is possible as we await, hopefully, a ruling from Judge Stephen J. Hippler starting to unseal the court documents. Now, remember, the items that Judge Hippler has jurisdiction over, he has the authority over, are the court filings in the case from the beginning of the case, December 29, 2022, until the closure of the case, July 23rd, 2025. He was appointed specifically by the Idaho Supreme Court to preside over the case. This, I can't see where this TRO has anything to do with what he is working on right now. Any questions? Hi, Sarah. Glad to have you. Anastasia, we love you too. Bluebird, glad to see you. Hi, Bluebird. Thank you for being here. Join for your screen if you like. Stone, I usually come on camera. I haven't because this was not planned tonight. I just wanted to come jump on real quick. All right, guys. Look for the podcast episode that we just released. I just wanted to give you an update and try to attack any rumors that this means, oh, now this is going to stop Judge Hippler. No, it's not. It's not going to stop Hippler at all. Any other questions regarding the press release? Hi, Al. Good to see you. Philosopher, thank you. Privacy rights are very little when you're no longer living. Okay. All right, guys. I just wanted to get on here, give you an update. If anyone, hey, Bray, thank you for your membership. Glad to have you on board. If you have any other questions, leave them on the podcast episode. It's episode, I think it's 805. that is bringing this to you, and I'll try to answer it for you tonight and tomorrow. All right, guys, that'll do it for us right now. We're going to sign out here at the Indie Zone. We'll talk to you soon. And, oh, Bree, 5 memberships. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. And we've got a bunch. L, welcome. Ample Stone, Satire, Angel. Welcome aboard. We do some special things with our members. Our members are great supporters, have been for a long time, back to when I started doing this podcast, when I wondered if anyone was listening out there. So lots of twists and turns with this case, guys. I just wanted to say have a great evening, great morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll be back again. We'll do another proper live real soon. Okay? Thanks, everybody.